it right now. So
Okay.
what I did do, hello, welcome to Freedom Coding. We are doing our new moon tarot card pulls. So what I did in the Freedom Coding group, I'm Jenny Friedman, by the way, welcome. Um, we I made a post that said you can choose one, two, or three, depending on how you wanted this slanted for your information. Because the new moon is it's really seeding. Oh, oh, hold on, hold on. I just I'm listening to myself. Stop talking. Okay, there we go. Okay, I might have started a little early. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, so what I'm doing is taking a look at three areas. You got to choose one. Did you want to reflect and release? Because that's what a new moon is really about. Like time to, let go of the things that whatever you've been working on that you're like, yeah, this isn't the way forward, release that. Or if it's you do want to keep going with this, you keep going forward. So that's one. Okay, so Rona says one. Set intentions was number two. A new moon is perfect for this, right? Setting intentions that serve your long-term imaginative or spiritual goals. And three, if you want the three, that's because while Pisces energy is dreamy, the upcoming Aries season will bring momentum. So use this time to dream up what you want to achieve with the energy shifts. That's why we're doing that whole March momentum thing. And if you're curious about learning more about that, just come and ask me about it. So what we're doing is I've got people who have joined me here in the Zoom room. We're going to do them first. And so we're going to start with Rona. You put down one. So we're going to look and see what do you need to reflect and release. It says, since it occurs during the final sense of degrees of Pisces, where I have my Saturn, by the way, this is not a time for forced, intense action. Instead, focus on emotional, spiritual, or mental clearing. And now we get a few more messages personalized for Rona. Let's see, when it comes to what to reflect and release upon. So for Rona, ooh, okay. And let's pull out a clarifier. All right, this is so exciting. Look at this. So, of all the many things that you've had going on, this is the Seven of Cups is like, there's many options. This is indecision. And also, like, you see all the different things, like your job, that's a sandcastle in the air thing you wanted to build, things you wanted, all the different things, right? Of all these things, some of these things were keeping you busy. And some of these things are things to just release and let go of. I know you mentioned that you were actually being let go of a job, right? The job thing. So this is all these things are this is in the past now. You're not going to have all these things anymore. It's showing you're on a new adventure. This is the fool. I mean, this guy, the fool, is like, look at him, he's dancing. I love this picture. Aren't these cards pretty? But this guy is basically just change my view here so you guys can see it. Oh, bigger. You know what? Why am I not showing up on the speaker view? Isn't that strange? Do you guys see me big or you see Stacy?
I
You
see
guys
you.
hear me? You see me? Oh, okay. I guess it's just my view then. Anyway, so this card, the Rona, is because you're on this new adventure. So take it as a new adventure, a time to release and reflect on how can it be an adventure, not how can I do another job. Okay? Because you've got success assured. This is the World card. When you look at it like an adventure, you're going to have assured success. So release the fact that you had all these things you were holding on to. Release, reflect that, oh, this is new. We're moving forward in a different way now. Okay? That's beautiful. I'm excited for Rona, man. Next, we have Perfect Was That. You're very welcome. Yes. All right. So we've got Stacy, and Stacy had asked for three. So Stacy wants three is prepare for action. So how is the gaining of momentum right now, right? That's what we're asking about. Prepare for action. How does Stacy need to prepare for action to take advantage of this momentum field that we're entering in March? In fact, in 2.5 more days, so we're all set up for the 20th, guys. You're going to be rocking and rolling all through. I want to say through till June. There's this whole big energy going on. So, ooh, okay. Oh, all right. So prepare for action. Stacy, this means for you specifically about, okay. So this here is where you are the authority. Okay. So you have to make more authority posts, more speaking from, give examples. You know, when we have authority, we're sharing our results. We're talking about what, you know, placing a highlight on yourself, as far as like how you've helped people and what you have accomplished for your own self. It's preparing you to be more of an authority too. How can, so it's all about authority. Then it's all about the money. So you really want to focus on the money part. Okay, this is money. This is the big money being gifted from the universe coming in. This is a yes card. This means move forward in the ways that you are making money and double down on your efforts. Because right now you've got a lot of authority, money, you know, energy coming in. So that's how you're going to get momentum, right? But there is this energy that is where you're going to, there's some fighty energy. And I think this is because of the Aries stuff. So you're going to have people that are not going to agree with you. So to prepare for the battle, you see in this card the people that are like already, like this is kind of done and dusted. They're already down and out. This guy's picking up all the extra swords and taking them away from people. You don't get to attack me anymore. I'm taking your swords and I'm leaving and going to a different playground. So I would not engage in fight. Like in order to do your momentum, do not engage. Pick up your swords, pick up their swords, and leave the party. Do not even engage in the fighting. There's no benefit from that, for no momentum to be gained from that. Okay. Hope that was helpful. We've got, I want to look down here. Lori, what did you say? You said, I just see you. Is that for me? Oh, we got Rona. Okay. I guess that was for someone else. Next we have Stacy. We did Stacy. Beck wanted number 3. Beck wants to know how to prepare for action. Beck, if you guys did not post on my thing here, the choices, Lori, the choices are 1, 2, and 3. Alicia, did you put yours in here? Alicia, you too. So you guys, 1, 2, and 3. 1 is reflect and release, or do you want to know how to set intentions? Number 2 is set intentions. Number 3 is prepare for action. Right? So we're going to do Beck as number 3. She wants to know how to prepare for action in this time of momentum. Let's see for Beck. Woohoo! All right, Beck. Okay. Okay. So you are full steam ahead with mental clarity now, like you have never had. I think you've got more drive and ambition and clarity than ever. There is nothing in the way of this car. She's like full steam ahead. Okay. So that's wonderful. That's what's going to set you up, is having that go full steam ahead mentality. Anytime you don't have go full steam ahead this month, you need to talk to me or someone out and get yourself, because that's just ego resistance. That's, you have this. The other thing is that it's key to make it be about giving and receiving money. How are you giving and receiving money? How are your people giving and receiving money? Focus on giving and receiving money. This card's all about both things, not just one or the other. It has to be flow, balance, both give and receive. And you can't receive if you don't give. And if you have nothing to in your cup, you have nothing to give. So like having conversations to people about this energy of giving and receiving is probably what's going to build your momentum. So you could start even talking about the energies of receiving and what's it mean to receive. You know, some people think receiving means kick back and just put your hands out, and that is not, we know better than that's not really it. And then also giving, some people give, but they really have nothing to give. So they're giving empty ego bullshit. Oh, I help everybody. No, I can't afford my power bill, but I can help everybody. No, you can't. If you cannot help yourself, you cannot help anybody else. The
Yeah.
number one person to help first is you. So that again kind of falls under this feeling I get when I see this. And then the other thing is that you have more to learn. So there's this card is the Hermit. This is the two, and when we talk about human design, the Hermit, this guy, he is not only holding the lamp for others to see, we're the guides. So this is, you're going to be a guide, guiding people, but you're like, see, oh no, there's a snake in the, see, that's in your way. You're going to be guiding people, showing them where they have things in the way, but you also have more to learn. This is a card about go inside and learn. So you've got to go into your own higher self, your connection, and and ask it, what will you have me do? Right? What would you like me to do? This card's about going inward for your knowledge and also to shine a light for others. Okay?
Thank
That's how
you.
you're going to do your momentum. That's exciting. That's great. Okay. So Lori, did you choose one? One, two, or three? Okay. Let's do three. She wants to know how to grow her momentum. Prepare for action. How's Lori going to prepare for action? Lori's going to prepare for action. Whoa, okay. Okay. So we're starting off with, you've got, just assume success. Okay. This is the world. This came out before. This is success assured. This is the end of a cycle of one cycle. You're entering a new cycle where you're going to be successful. Okay. The thing is, so prepare for action, assume best. Don't assume anything less than it's working. And also that you're coming in with steady action and passion. You've got to put your passion into it. You've got to exude the passion. To be magnetic, remember when we were talking about the feeling and the, this isn't to whiz by and quickly get info. This is to give people the energy of you. So you're going to have to like think of, how can I really get my point across in a passionate way? It may be in language patterns, maybe word usage, maybe where you show up, what you're talking about. And then also, it's not by yourself. This is in teams. Your whole mantra for momentum is teamwork. You're not doing this alone. This is not Lori versus the world. This is all about Lori. This is about Lori working in groups. So big time, the momentum will come from working in people's groups and working with others. And I know you're a network genius here, so that's your thing. And I think that makes a lot of sense, right? That's cool. You're restricted from commenting on Facebook for a week. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. Alicia said one, but now you want three. So you want three? Okay. She's like, I said one, but yeah, I want three.
I know. I get you, Alicia. I almost changed mine to two at the last minute.
Okay, so Alicia, what can she do to prepare for action? What can she do to prepare for action? In this time of March momentum, season of Aries in March. Oof. Pisces and Aries, I mean. All right, Alicia. Oh, okay. Okay. So, you know how we were talking about two a lot? So, the very first card out talks about, between these two things, you have to make a decision. This is a card, you just have to choose. Choose. which means decide. We have the whole thing and we take away one side. We've decided there's one side left. So you have to, there's some choice you have to make where you won't really know. See, she's not really seeing. She has to just make this really tough choice around the new moon. Like right now, today, choose today. See this darkened moon? That's a new moon. And then the next card out is justice. Oh, she's blind. She's got two things. She's trying to, balance, right? She's like, I don't want to choose. I want to balance it. So I want you to, that's why I was laughing when I saw this. I go, oh, okay. So you have to, you know what I'm going to, okay. I always talk about Friends because I'm a big Friends fanatic, right? Love them or leave them, but whatever. There was an episode where Monica, it was just on, I just saw it the other day, where Monica had to make something with this crap called maccolate. Did anybody ever see that? Did you see that? Okay. So remember how she was so clever that what she decided to do was to use the maccolate, but instead of making it like a maccolate pie, she made a beautiful chocolate pie and put a teaspoon of maccolate in it. Right? She made this other thing with just a hint of, a whiff of this maccolate over. She didn't use maccolate as the main ingredient. She used it more like a condiment or a whiff of maccolate because it was so bad, right? So this is telling me basically when you're making your choice might not be one or the other. You might want to think of percentages and that it won't be balanced even. It will be more like 20% this, 80% this, not 50-50. But you'll feel balanced because you'll be not having to exclude something that you think is so precious. That you're going to minimize one and accentuate another. Does that make sense? And because at the end of the day, you've got, this is the temperance. So yes, being patient is a thing, but also she's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's all bringing you back to choice and balance and choice and balance. There's no way around it. You've got, for momentum, you've got to probably put 2 feet in, but redistribute your balance so that you're not trying to be 50-50 or all things are equal and important. Right now, they're not. Right? Imagine on a diet, like you're just, I'm making this one lower. I don't want to hear as much bass right now. I want to hear more melody. I want less melody, more bass. Like you're going to be able to do this so that you feel you got all your things, but all things right at one moment isn't how it works. I hope that was helpful. That was really coming in. That's cool. Okay. Yeah. I feel like, wow. Cool. All right. So we've got I'm going to go to the comments now. So thank you guys for coming on live. I love it when people come and visit live. For next time, I will be putting the link on YouTube so you guys can also join live. So we're going to go to Annie Powers. She said that she was excited that today, she said tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. I'm like, yes, happy St. Patrick's Day, guys. So Annie did not give me a number, so I'm just going to give you one card, Annie. Not sure if you wanted 1, 2, or 3, but we're going to pull a card for Annie. So the message for her right now is be wise, my friend. Don't use your heart right now. Use your brain. Use your mind. Use your words. Use your wisdom to get the things going for March. Okay? Don't worry about your passion. I think you're someone who, probably has not been, you've been more focused on passion and intention than this is intention, but like this is being wise, making those wise moves. Like, when we all have some part of us that's the wise part of us, and we have the other part of us that's running the show that's like, maybe not the wisest decisions, but we make them because they're fun or they feel good. You need to go wise right now. Claudia, she says 3, please. So she wants to know how to prepare for action in this month of momentum. Preparing for action for Claudia. What does she need to do to prepare for action? Okay, Claudia, here's your thing, okay? You need to work in teams. If you're trying to do this alone, there's your number one thing. Don't try to go it alone. There's big power in working in a group or within a team of some sort. You've got this new opportunity coming in. You can see it coming on. You're not in it yet. There's a thing behind you that you're willing to leave behind you to move forward through these two into this new portal, this new world for you, this new energy, probably with the team on the boat. But you need to wait, the boat is coming. So preparing for action means for you figuring out what you need to let go of and not take with you on this boat. And it's got to be in tandem with working with others, letting something go, and then finally using your wisdom. You actually do know what to do, you're just not doing it. So in order to move forward, ready for action, be wise. Be wise. Do the thing that you know is the thing to do. Okay. So next we have Brianna. Brianna says she wants one. So Brianna, let's see what you have coming up for this new moon. When it comes to reflect and release, we're looking at what does Brianna need to reflect on and release in this time in order to move forward to make the most out of March momentum. Okay. Yeah, okay. So there's a legacy that you feel inclined to share. You're busy sharing this legacy, and it's really creating conflict. So there's people are competing ideas about the way to do things, and it has you very worried. You've got to let this all go. I mean, this is reflect and release. So think about and then let go. So think about what's the legacy I'm trying to create, right? And how is it triggering others or not so important to other people? This might tell you you're in the right places, wrong spaces. I don't know. You only know. But it's got you worried. So I'd say worry less, release the worry. Release the worry, release the conflict of, others, right? Like you don't need to, just because someone else doesn't believe what you believe or think how you think, don't worry about it. Don't even have it in your field. Don't let it be something that you consumes up any of your mental energy and even your legacy. Hold it looser. I think there's something about you've been fighting so hard, and it's saying you release these things or reflect on these things about how you can tweak and change it. And I think that's going to bring you the new direction that you're looking for. It isn't telling you to let go. It's just saying, like, reflect on it and maybe, yeah, I just keep getting hold it looser. Like, hold it, but you don't have to die on the hill. You can stay in the battle and just don't die on the hill. And in fact, most of these people, this isn't a fight. It's actually just prioritizing, right? You're prioritizing something differently than what they're prioritizing. Don't worry about this. Let go of the worry. I hope that's helpful. I'm going to do one more card just to kind of see. Oh, yeah. This is you doing this to you. Actually, aren't these people matter? You're deciding if they matter. This is this woman. This is the self-sabotage card. This is the woman who's like, I can't because of this and I can't because of that. Really, she could totally can. She could absolutely just walk away from this. She feels like she's trapped and she's not. So I hope that was helpful. Next, we're going to go to Chardonnay. Okay, Chardonnay wants one. So Chardonnay wants to know, what do I need to reflect and release? What does Chardonnay need to reflect and release? Let's see. What does Chardonnay need to reflect and release? What does Chardonnay need to reflect and release? Chardonnay need to reflect and release. Ooh, okay. This is all about you becoming the queen. So reflect on how you can be more like the queen, release the things that aren't like the queen. You are the queen of love. You see her with her two puppies. You are also the queen of pentacles, how to make money. So how to be happy and successful in love, how to be happy and successful in business and money, and how to generally be this abundant, wealthy empress. This is where you're going to. So it's saying how to reflect on how are you being the queen in your world with love? How are you being the queen in your world with money? And how are you being abundant? This is probably energy practices and something that you need to maybe think about and reflect what to release. I think the need to feel like a queen, like this is all this goddess energy. If you put them all together, this is all goddess. Maybe don't worry so much about that. How can you be in these energies without worrying about, I have to hold all this goddess energy? Like instead, just exude the goddessness and don't identify so much with the label. Okay. Hope that was helpful. And then we've got last but never least is Becky. Becky says one, please. So she's got one. She also wants to know when it comes to what to reflect and release. For the new moon, what does Becky need to reflect and release? Becky, I just shuffled 3 times, so just saying. When you're sitting here feeling like this, you are literally looking at what hasn't worked. He's very upset. He's on his knees. He's so bummed that these cups fell. His abundance has fallen out, but he's ignoring the two that are upright in the behind him. This is telling us that you've got to reflect on what is not working, what is working, and you need to change your point of reference. You need to release the spilled milk. So what? So it didn't work out. So it's different. So you got to change. You got to pivot. Stop woeing about it. Release that because what you've got coming in are these two. And like I said, I shuffled, but it's very much like a Chardonnay just got two of these cards too. It's that living in abundance and love energy, but like do it out of assumption. Don't try so hard. Release, like say, yes, I assume in love, I assume abundance, and like let it go. Come from like a reflect on how can I be more loving? How can I be more abundant? And then let it go. Like when we reflect and release, we're saying, oh, let me think about that. And then you're saying, okay, now I let it go. And it is so. And we assume and we send out that clear signal and we let it go. We don't keep worrying about it. We don't keep going through the drive-through, ordering the burger over and over and over again. We assume that when we get up to the pull up to the window, they're going to hand it to us. And so that's the kind of energy that you're dealing with this month. I hope that was helpful. And if you guys have not joined me over in the Freedom Coding Facebook group, if you do, we're over there being a big old collective. And we're starting up this March with a big, solid new energy. And I'm so excited. So I will see you guys there.